On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Contemporary.
Belonging to the same or present time.
Examples:
Field of contemporary art. Contemporary leaders. Contemporary music has gained different followers from existing music.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Disconnect.
To unfasten or disjoin something, especially to break the connection between a supply of gas, water, or electricity and a piece of equipment.
Examples:
Disconnect a plug. Disconnect the water supply. She finally decided to disconnect herself from the company.
Reside.
To live in a particular place, typically for a prolonged period of time.
Examples:
Reside on the skin. Reside permanently. They reside in a beautiful old house in the countryside.
Dot.
A very small circular mark, especially one that is printed.
Examples:
Connecting the dots. Dot blot method. The wallpaper had a pattern of pink dots on a white surface.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Economy.
The system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
Economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Riddle.
A type of question that describes something in a difficult and confusing way, and that has a surprising answer, often asked as a game.
Examples:
Riddle me a riddle. Solve the riddle. The riddle remains mysterious to us.
Mystery.
Something difficult to understand or explain, a secret or enigmatic quality that adds to the fascination or interest of something. A genre of fiction that involves the solution of a crime or a puzzle.
Examples:
Mystery novel. Unsolved mystery. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the traveler has yet to be solved by authorities.
Universe.
Everything that exists, especially all physical matter, including planets, stars, galaxies, and all other forms of matter and energy.
Examples:
Theory of the universe. Expansion of the universe. The universe is about 13.8 billion years old.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Geography.
A field of science devoted to the study of the lands, features, inhabitants, and phenomena of the earth.
Examples:
Geography class. Economic geography. She did well on her geography exam.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Conflict.
A strong disagreement, argument, or a violent clash between two opposing groups or individuals.
Examples:
The conflict between good and evil. The long-standing conflict. He and I often had conflicts, not only in personality, but also in ideology.
Justify.
To provide a valid or reasonable explanation, reasoning, or evidence in support of a belief, action, or decision. To defend or vindicate something as right or valid.
Examples:
Justify my beliefs. Justify your decision. The lawyer tried to justify his client's actions by presenting evidence of their difficult upbringing.
Military.
Relating to or characteristic of members of the armed forces, of or relating to war or warfare.
Examples:
A military operation. A military leader. The military academy was known for its strict discipline and training.
Industrial.
Of or relating to or resulting from industry.
Examples:
Beginning of the Industrial Revolution. Industrial alcohol. Industrial design has become more focused on human nature aspect than ever before.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Derail.
To cause a train or tram to run off the tracks accidentally, to run off or leave the rails accidentally.
Examples:
Derail the recovery. Derail an argument. The train derailed because a cow was standing on the tracks.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Religion.
A deep conviction in a supernatural power that controls human destiny.
Examples:
Religion sociology. Freedom of religion. Their religion strictly prohibits them from drinking or gambling.
Interact.
To communicate or react with somebody.
Examples:
Interact directly with customers. Interact with one another. He should interact more with his colleagues.
Anticipate.
To expect or predict that something will happen, to tell in advance.
Examples:
Anticipate your kind cooperation. Anticipate a black future. We anticipate heavy snowfall tomorrow.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples:
Aft cabin, aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Devastate.
To wreck a place or an area or cause significant damage.
Examples:
Devastate an area. Devastate the economy. Earthquakes can also trigger tsunamis, which devastate coastal areas.
Oversee.
Situated or operating beyond national boundaries, in, from, or to foreign countries.
Examples:
Oversee shipments. For oversea use. The company enhanced oversea operations to tap into new markets.
Colony.
A country or an area that is governed by a more powerful country that is often far away.
Examples:
Plant a colony. A colony of bacteria. The colony declared its independence and became a republic.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Colonize.
To establish a colony in or on a specific place, to settle or occupy in large numbers.
Examples:
Colonize planets. Colonize for cultivation. European powers colonized much of the Americas in the 16th and 17th centuries.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
Fragment of a text. A broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Disintegration.
The process of something breaking down or falling apart physically or metaphorically, the state of being weakened or destroyed.
Examples:
Disintegration process. Cultural disintegration. The disintegration of the old bridge was a warning sign of its impending collapse.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples:
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands. The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Republic.
A state or country in which the people and their elected representatives hold supreme power and which has an elected or nominated president rather than a monarch.
Examples:
Republic democracy. The Republic of Art. The United States is a federal presidential constitutional republic.
Balk.
To hesitate or stop abruptly before completing an action, often due to fear, uncertainty, or opposition, to refuse to comply with or agree to something.
Examples:
Balk at extra work. Balk in fear. After her first attempt to bake a cake failed, she didn't balk at trying again.
Planet.
Any of the 9 large celestial bodies that circle in the solar system, any celestial body that revolves around a star.
Examples:
Planet like the Earth. Save the planet. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun.
Sovereign.
A king or queen.
Examples:
Sovereign wealth fund. A sovereign state. King George was the sovereign of England.
Independence.
Freedom from another's or others' control or influence.
Examples:
Financial independence. Independence ceremony. There is nothing more valuable than independence and freedom.
Nation-state.
A sovereign political entity that is composed of a nation, which is a group of people who share a common cultural, linguistic, or ethnic identity.
Examples:
Emerging nation-state. Nation-state autonomy. Some people argue that the rise of globalization has weakened the power of nation-states.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.
Zoom.
To move along very quickly, noun, the act of rising upward into the air.
Examples:
Zoom in on a photo. Zoom lens. He zoomed back in time to the soccer game.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Populous.
Having a large population, densely or heavily populated, inhabited by many people.
Examples:
Populous metropolis. Populous country. The country's most populous cities all are located along the coastline.
Lengthy.
Tediously continuing for a long time, very long in time or size.
Examples:
To be a lengthy process. Lengthy load times. The lengthy medical treatment had weakened his muscles.
Concentration.
The ability to focus all your time and energy on one thing without thinking about anything else.
Examples:
Concentration of armaments. His research area of concentration. This exam requires excellent concentration to pass.
Province.
The territory occupied by one of the constituent administrative districts of a nation.
Examples:
Bengal Province. Home Province. A network of railways has developed over the province.
Predict.
To state beforehand that something will happen in the future, mainly based on knowledge or experience.
Examples:
Predict the future. Predict when she will arrive. It's notoriously challenging to predict birth rates.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Gulag.
An acronym for the Russian term Main Directorate of Camps, a system of forced labor camps and prisons in the Soviet Union, particularly during Joseph Stalin's regime, used for political repression and punishment, often subjecting prisoners to harsh conditions and extensive physical labor.
Examples:
Gulag survivor. Gulag labor. Thousands of political prisoners were held in the Gulag during the Soviet era.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
Seasonal labor. Manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Nuclear.
Of or relating to or constituting the nucleus of an atom, deriving destructive energy from the release of atomic energy.
Examples:
Nuclear fusion. Use of nuclear power. Many countries have now agreed to a treaty banning the use of nuclear weapons.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Infrastructure.
The basic systems, services, or features that are necessary for an organization or country, such as transport and power supplies.
Examples:
IT infrastructure. Infrastructure cost. Aging societies tend to require huge costs for infrastructure maintenance.
Unite.
To come or join together as one, to combine or merge separate elements, individuals, or groups into a single entity or whole, to form a union or alliance.
Examples:
Unite our resources. Unite against a common enemy. The school's diversity club worked to unite students from all different backgrounds.
Perverse.
Showing a deliberate and stubborn desire to go against what is expected or desired, contrary, willfully disobedient or immoral.
Examples:
Perverse idea. Perverse attitude. His perverse sense of humor made many people uncomfortable.
Demographic.
A statistic characterizing that describes people or groups of people based on their age, sex, income, etc.
Examples:
Demographic analyses. Demographic policy. Several demographic indicators correlate with care admission.
Firm.
Resolute or unwavering in decision-making or action, strong or secure in structure, make or composition, reliable, trustworthy, or dependable. Noun, a business or company.
Examples:
Firm grip. Accounting firm. The firm deadline for submitting the project is tomorrow, so we need to work efficiently to finish on time.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Copper.
A chemical element that is a soft, malleable, and ductile metal with very high thermal and electrical conductivity.
Examples:
Copper alloy. Copper belt. He made the old copper coins shine.
Zinc.
A metallic element that is found in small amounts in the Earth's crust and is used in the manufacture of brass and alloys, and is required to maintain humans' health.
Examples:
Good source of zinc. Zinc deficiency. Zinc supplements are often recommended for people who are deficient in this mineral.
Conquer.
To bring under control by force or authority.
Examples:
Conquer fatal disease. Conquer the world. You must conquer your anxiety about driving.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Desolate.
Deserted, barren, or lonely, causing a feeling of sadness or hopelessness.
Examples:
A desolate scene. Desolate moon. The deserted island was desolate and uninhabited.
Livable.
Capable of being lived in comfortably and sustainably, suitable for human habitation.
Examples:
Livable city. Livable housing. Finding a safe and livable neighborhood is important when looking for a new place to live.
Temperature.
The degree of hotness or coldness of a thing or place.
Examples:
Extreme temperatures. The atmospheric temperature. Cities around the world set records for highest temperatures this summer.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Wheat.
A cereal plant that is the most important kind grown in temperate countries, the grain of which is ground to make flour for bread, pasta, pastry, etc.
Examples:
Harvesting wheat. Wheat crop. The farmer grew wheat on his land.
Agritecture.
A design practice that combines elements of architecture, engineering, and agriculture to create sustainable and viable urban farming systems and structures.
Examples:
Agritecture design. Urban agritecture. The design of the vertical farm incorporates agritecture principles to maximize yield.
Grain.
Wheat or any other small hard seeds used as a food, a relatively small granular particle of a substance.
Examples:
A grain of sand. Flour made from grain. Ordinary air purifiers cannot adequately remove pollen grains.
Crossing.
The act of going from one side to the other, a place where roads, railway tracks, or rivers intersect.
Examples:
Crossing bridge. A crossing keeper. The busy road was closed for a few hours for a railway crossing.
Moving.
causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Inhabit.
To live in a specific location, to reside.
Examples:
Inhabit a cave. Inhabit the stomach. I have no idea what sort of folks inhabit the neighborhood.
Terrain.
The physical features of a piece of land, including hills, valleys, rivers, and forests.
Examples:
Terrain map. Permafrost terrain. The mountainous terrain was rough and rocky.
Bazaar.
Marketplace, especially one in the Middle East.
Examples:
A charity bazaar. A church bazaar. The bazaar market was filled with colorful stalls selling goods from all over the world.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
A medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Clinic.
A building or hospital department where people can go for medical care or advice, especially of a particular condition.
Examples:
Visit to the veterinary clinic. A dental clinic. She holds a clinic on Tuesday mornings.
Timber.
The wood of trees cut and prepared for construction.
Examples:
Timber construction. Standing timber. The house uses sturdy timber and has withstood many storms.
Industrious.
Hardworking, diligent, and persistent in effort.
Examples:
Industrious worker. Industrious student. He was known to be very industrious and would often work late into the night.
Lumber.
Wood that has been sawn or cut into planks, boards, or other structural shapes for use in construction, the act of moving heavily or clumsily.
Examples:
Lumber industry. Rough lumber. The lumber yard had a wide selection of wood for building and construction.
Lease.
A legal document that grants a person or organization the right to use a property, land, or asset for a specified period of time, usually in exchange for rent or a fee. Verb: to rent or let out a property, vehicle, or other assets to someone for a specified period of time in exchange for payment.
Examples:
Long-term lease. Commercial lease. The landlord offered me a 1-year lease for the apartment.
Globalization.
The process by which economies, societies, and cultures around the world become increasingly integrated and interconnected through the rapid exchange of goods, services, ideas, and people across international borders.
Examples:
The rapid pace of globalization. Globalization trend. The spread of popular culture worldwide is an example of cultural globalization.
Dynasty.
A sequence of influential leaders who are all from the same family or a period when they rule a country.
Examples:
Dynasty of China. During the Ming Dynasty. During the Habsburg dynasty, colonization began.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Rhyme.
A word or phrase that has the same last sound as another word or phrase, often used in poetry and songwriting.
Examples:
Rhyme poem. Write and rhyme. The poem had a consistent rhyme scheme throughout.
Undermine.
To make someone or something less powerful, less effective, weaker gradually, to make someone's fame, competence, or authority less effective or weaker gradually.
Examples:
Undermine a good relationship. Undermine their adversary's reputation. They tried to undermine her position by slandering her.
Empire.
A group of countries ruled by one leader or government.
Examples:
Empire building. Empire of the Maya. He has built a thriving e-commerce empire.
Hierarchy.
A system in which people or things are organized into different levels of importance, from highest to lowest.
Examples:
Top of the hierarchy. Hierarchy of folders. She has taken a step up in the organizational hierarchy.
Re-establish.
To establish again or anew, to restore something that was lost or disrupted, often relating to an organization, relationship, or system.
Examples:
Re-establish ties. Re-establish trust. We need to re-establish our relationship after our argument.
Hub.
The central or main part of a particular place, activity, network, etc. The central part of a car wheel, fan, propeller, etc., through which the shaft or axle passes.
Examples:
A hub of commerce. Education hub. This airport has taken the first step to become an international hub airport.
Filter.
Any of several types of equipment or systems used to separate particles from liquids or gases or to remove specific forms of light.
Examples:
Gas filter, clogged filter. Ozone is a primary filter to protect Earth's surface from harmful UV rays.
Funnel.
A tube or pipe that is wide at the top, sloping sides, narrow at the bottom, used for pouring liquids or powders into a small opening, a smokestack on a ship or steam engine.
Examples:
Separatory funnel, a funnel-shaped device. We have to use a funnel to pour petrol into the tank.
Trillion.
The number 1 trillion, a million million.
Examples:
Trillion cubic feet. Many trillions of dollars. 1 light year is nearly 6 trillion miles.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples:
Plastic doll, rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Vector.
A quantity that has both magnitude and direction, often used in mathematics, physics, and engineering to describe forces, velocities, or other physical phenomena, any agent, person or animal, or microorganism, that carries and transmits a disease.
Examples:
Disease vector, a vector operation. The mosquito is a common vector for many diseases, including malaria and Zika.
Arrow.
A thin, pointed projectile designed to be shot from a bow, a symbol or pointer that is shaped like an arrow.
Examples:
Arrow pointing, arrow diagram. The archer aimed his arrow carefully at the target.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Ally.
A country that has officially agreed to assist and support another country, particularly in the event of a war.
Examples:
Close ally. Ally with a company. Our country is a traditional ally of England.
Dependent.
Relying on someone or something else for support or aid.
Examples:
Dose-dependent induction. A dependent person. The small island nation is heavily dependent on tourism as its main source of income.
Export:
To send goods or services to another country for sale, to transfer electronic data out of a database or document in a format that other programs can use.
Examples:
Export goods. Export the data. The country exports a large amount of agricultural products.
Ore:
A naturally occurring mineral or rock from which a valuable substance, typically a metal, can be extracted through mining or other extraction methods.
Examples:
Gold ore. Copper ore. The mine produces high-quality iron ore.
Tariff:
A tax imposed by a government on imported or exported goods.
Examples:
Tariff policy. Tariff war. The new tariff on imported goods has sparked controversy among trade partners.
Cheaply:
In a stingy or inexpensive manner.
Examples:
Cheaply available. Buy stock cheaply. You can live very cheaply in Southeast Asia.
Rebound:
To spring back into a former shape or position after being compressed or stretched.
Examples:
Rebound from a setback. Rebound back into positive growth. The basketball bounced off the rim and rebounded to the player.
Potentially:
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
Potentially affected. Potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Zone:
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
Time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Emerging:
Starting to exist, mature, or become well known.
Examples:
Emerging country. Emerging technologies. Emerging technologies have dramatically improved productivity in various industries.
Volume:
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Pacific:
Peaceful in character or intent, tending to lessen or avoid conflict, calm or soothing in manner or tone. Noun, as Pacific, the largest and deepest of Earth's oceanic divisions. Pacific nature disposition. The Pacific Ocean. They adopted a pacific approach to resolving their differences, emphasizing dialogue and understanding.
Anchor.
A device, typically made of metal, that is used to moor a ship or boat in a particular place, typically by being dropped to the seabed, a central cohesive source of support and stability.
Examples:
Anchor bolt, anchor weight. The ship dropped anchor in the bay.
Pillar.
A tall, vertical column or support structure that helps to hold up other parts of a building or structure, a person or thing regarded as providing essential support or core strength to something.
Examples:
Pillar of society, pillar decoration. The pillar of smoke rising from the building signaled a massive fire.
Diplomacy.
The art and practice of conducting negotiations between nations, organizations, or people. The fine art of dealing with people in a sensitive and effective way.
Examples:
The language of diplomacy. The art of diplomacy. Effective diplomacy is necessary to resolve conflicts and maintain relationships between countries.
Diplomat.
A person appointed by a government to conduct diplomacy equals the management of relationships between countries with one or more other countries or international organizations.
Examples:
Allied diplomat. Expel a diplomat. The senior diplomat worked tirelessly to negotiate a peace treaty between the two countries.
Institutionalize.
To establish or make something a part of an institution equals a place such as a university, hospital, etc.
Examples:
Institutionalize a system. Institutionalize customary laws. The new policy aims to institutionalize the use of renewable energy sources.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart. Agricultural organization. She is the president of a large international organization. Treaty. A formal agreement or pact between two or more countries or other international entities.
Examples:
Treaty negotiation. Global climate treaty. The two countries signed a treaty to establish peaceful relations.
Aggression.
The act of attacking or assaulting, hostile or violent behavior.
Examples:
Aggression by a hostile country. naked aggression. The dog's aggression made it difficult for its owners to take it for a walk.
Vow.
To make a promise or commitment, usually formal and solemn.
Examples:
Vow allegiance to the new king. Vow never to give up. They vowed to love and support each other for the rest of their lives.
Nanny.
A caregiver, usually a woman, who provides child care services in the home of the children's parents or guardians, either on a part-time or full-time basis.
Examples:
Part-time nanny. Professional nanny. She works as a nanny for a family with 2 young children.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb: to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples:
Horse stud. Wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Intermarriage.
The act or practice of marrying someone from a different racial, ethnic, social, or religious group. The union or marriage between individuals from different backgrounds or communities.
Examples:
Intermarriage taboos. Economic intermarriage. Historians believe that intermarriage practices played a significant role in fostering peace between rival clans.
Occupy.
To consume all of someone's space, attention, or time.
Examples:
Occupy his time. Occupy a position. The young prince will soon occupy the throne.
Command.
Authority, control, or mastery over something, often referring to military or leadership contexts. A directive, order, or instruction. Expertise or competence in a specific area. Verb: to give an authoritative order or instruction, or to be in charge or control of something.
Examples:
Command and control. Command a battery. The general gave a command to his troops to prepare for battle.
Ethnic.
Relating or belonging to a group of people who share a cultural tradition.
Examples:
Ethnic minority. Single ethnic group. Each ethnic group has its unique rituals.
Pride.
A feeling of deep pleasure or satisfaction derived from one's achievements.
Examples:
Pride of a company. Hide his pride. She took great pride in her work, always striving for perfection.
Resurgent.
Rising again, becoming active or strong again.
Examples:
Resurgent demand. Resurgent forest. The resurgent stock market has led to increased investor confidence.
Ban.
To officially or legally forbid or refuse to allow something.
Examples:
Ban gender-related job discrimination. Ban any type of cloning. We should ban mildly violent video games from a child's development perspective.
Encourage.
To give someone support, confidence, or hope, to persuade someone to do or continue to do something by making it easier for them and making them believe it is a good thing to do.
Examples:
Encourage a sense of affinity. Encourage antisocial behavior. They encouraged customers with a premium for loyal patronage.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Prosperity.
The state of being successful and having the good fortune.
Examples:
Economic prosperity. Prosperity of humankind. This war shattered dreams of peace and prosperity.
Sphere.
A round object or geometric shape that is three-dimensional and symmetrical around a central point, a particular aspect or scope of life or activity.
Examples:
Sphere of influence. Business sphere. The sphere of the Earth is divided into several layers, including the crust, mantle, and core.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Fluid.
A substance that can flow and is not solid.
Examples:
Plenty of fluids. Fluid assets. She was diagnosed with a fluid buildup in her lungs.
Imperial.
Relating to or associated with an empire or the person or country that rules it.
Examples:
Imperial rule. Imperial palace. The imperial palace is now undergoing repairs.
Fir.
A type of tall evergreen tree that is native to the northern hemisphere, with needle-like leaves and cones that stand upright on the branches.
Examples:
Fir branch. Fir forest. The smell of fresh fir trees filled the air at the Christmas tree farm.
Uncomfortable.
Providing or feeling physical discomfort or slight pain.
Examples:
An uncomfortable silence. with an uncomfortable face. His abusive words made me uncomfortable.
Colonial.
Of or relating to a colony, equals a territory that is controlled by a more powerful country, to the period of time during which a country or region was a colony.
Examples:
Oppressive colonial rule. Colonial style. The city has a rich colonial history, with many historic buildings and landmarks.
Invasion.
Armies act of forcibly entering another country or territory to take control of it.
Examples:
The Turkish invasion. Home invasion. An invasion would most probably result in a political catastrophe.
Significance.
The importance or value attached to something, the quality of being significant or noteworthy.
Examples:
Significance level. Mystical significance. The significance of his discovery cannot be overstated.
Wage.
A particular amount of money that somebody earns, usually every week or every month, for work or services.
Examples:
Unpaid wages. Increase in the minimum wage. His wages continued to rise as his skills improved.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
Struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Pipeline.
A very long, large tube that is usually underground and is used for carrying liquid or gas for long distances.
Examples:
A data pipeline. Pipeline facilities. Rebels sabotaged the main pipeline supplying oil.
Rout.
A disorderly retreat or defeat of an army or group, a decisive defeat.
Examples:
Route march. Cricket team's rout. The football team suffered a humiliating rout in the championship game.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Guerrilla.
A member of small, independent soldiers or fighters who engage in irregular, often surprise attacks against enemy forces.
Examples:
An urban guerrilla. Guerrilla warfare. The government's efforts to suppress the guerrilla movement were met with resistance from local communities.
Upset.
Causing or marked by anxiety, uneasiness, trouble, or grief. Verb, to make someone anxious, unhappy, or angry.
Examples.
Get upset. Have an upset stomach. He was awfully upset by the news.
Dispute.
A disagreement, argument, or controversy between two people, groups, or countries, especially a formal one.
Examples.
A legal dispute over the title. Dispute settlement. The dispute over the ownership of the land has been ongoing for years.
Landlocked.
Referring to a country or region that is surrounded by land with no direct access to the sea or ocean.
Examples.
Landlocked lake. Landlocked region. The landlocked country needed more access to ports and trade routes.
Profit.
Money that is earned in business or by selling things after deducting the costs involved.
Examples.
Gross profit. Make a profit. This business yields little profit.
Turkey.
Of an animal, a large bird with a fan-shaped tail native to North America, widely grown for food. Of a country, a Eurasian republic in Asia Minor and the Balkans.
Examples.
Swell like a turkey. Turkey breast meat. They prepared a stuffed turkey for Thanksgiving.
Amicable.
Characterized by friendliness and goodwill, showing a willingness to resolve disputes or conflicts in a peaceful and cooperative manner.
Examples.
Amicable conversation. Amicable divorce. After their disagreement, they were able to reach an amicable resolution.
Perennial.
Lasting for an indefinitely long time, enduring.
Examples.
Perennial battle. Perennial asthma. The perennial flowers returned yearly, providing a beautiful display in the garden.
Cartographer.
A person who creates or produces maps, typically by gathering or analyzing geographic data and using specialized software or tools.
Examples.
Expert cartographer. Cartographer's tool. A cartographer's job requires a strong eye for detail and a deep understanding of geographic principles.
Anomaly.
Something or someone that deviates from what is expected or normal, often in a way that is difficult to explain or understand.
Examples.
Anomaly detection. Global temperature anomaly. The sudden drop in the stock market was an anomaly that puzzled many investors.
Donor.
A person or an organization that makes a gift of money, food, supplies, etc. to a cause or fund. In medicine, a person who gives blood or tissue or an organ to be used in another person.
Examples.
A transfusion of donor blood. An unnamed donor. His body rejected the liver of the donor.
Arc.
The shape of a portion of a circle or other curved line.
Examples:
The arc current. An arc of a circumference. A ball flew in a big arc.
Commuter.
A person who regularly travels long distances between their home and place of work, typically by public transportation or car.
Examples:
Commuter shuttle. Daily commuter. The commuter train was delayed due to a signal failure on the line.
Railroad.
Metal tracks laid with rails on which trains run, a system of tracks with the trains operated by an organization.
Examples:
Coast-to-coast railroad. Railroad industry. The town was founded in the 19th century as a stop on the railroad, and it grew rapidly as a result.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Viable.
Capable of being done as intended, able to succeed.
Examples:
Achieve a viable relationship. Develop a viable therapy. Male gorillas with good drumming skills are more viable.
Futile.
Incapable of producing any useful result, pointless.
Examples:
Futile talk. Make a futile protest. It was futile to try and fix the broken vase, as it was too badly damaged.
Insecure.
Not firm or firmly fixed, likely to fail or give way, or not assured of safety.
Examples:
An insecure future. Insecure attachment. Children in an unstructured environment often feel insecure.
Abate.
To lessen, reduce, or diminish in intensity or severity, to decline or wane in amount or strength over time.
Examples:
Abate a storm. Abate a crisis. He tried to abate his anger by taking deep breaths and counting to 10.
Ottoman.
A historical empire founded at the end of the 13th century in northwestern Anatolia by the Turkoman tribal leader Osman I, used as ottoman, a type of upholstered seat or bench without a back or arms, typically used as a stool or footstool, or in some cases as a coffee table.
Examples:
Ottoman Empire. Ottoman furniture. The Ottoman Sultan was considered the supreme ruler and held great authority.
Railway.
A transportation system consisting of tracks and trains, usually used for the transportation of goods or passengers over long distances.
Examples:
A private railway. Railway station. The railway system connects cities and countries, making travel more convenient.
Offshoot.
A subsidiary or secondary branch or part of something, a new development or idea that has grown out of a larger one.
Examples:
An offshoot of the company. Cultural offshoot. The new program is an offshoot of the main curriculum for students with specific interests.
Ruin.
To damage, spoil, or demolish something. Noun, an unrecoverable state of devastation and destruction.
Examples:
Ruin the plan. Ruin the reputation. He knocked over the red wine and ruined the tablecloth.
Reconstruct.
To build or form something again that has been damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Reconstruct an image. Reconstruct the original text. They've decided to reconstruct a ruined castle.
Curve.
A bend or angle in a line or surface that deviates from a straight or flat path, a gradual or smooth change in direction or shape.
Examples:
Learning curve. Yield curve. The curve in the road was so sharp that I had to slow down to navigate it safely.
Straight.
Extending or moving in one direction without bending or curving, having no deviations.
Examples:
A straight line. Straight for 2 months. He was sick for 5 straight days.
Peaceful.
Not involving violence, conflict, or war.
Examples:
Peaceful country. Peaceful coexistence. Plutonium has limited peaceful applications.
Originate.
To come into existence in a particular place or situation, to start something in a specific place.
Examples:
Originate from the country. Originate a political movement. The flight originates in Vancouver.
Decree.
An official order that has the force of law.
Examples:
Order by decree. Divorce decree. The dictator issued a decree limiting the freedom of the press.
Purposely.
With the intention of doing something, deliberately.
Examples:
Purposely ignored. Purposely vague. She purposely left her phone at home to disconnect and enjoy her vacation.
Ethnicity.
The cultural characteristics of a particular group, such as language, religion, and traditions, that distinguish them from other groups.
Examples:
Ethnic diversity. Based on their ethnicity. The city is home to people of many different ethnicities.
Mingle.
To mix or blend in, especially socially, to associate with others in a friendly, informal manner.
Examples:
Mingle with colleagues. Mingle with the locals. I decided to mingle with the crowd and converse with some new people.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Collapse.
To fall down or give way suddenly, often after breaking apart.
Examples:
The stock market collapsed. Ready to collapse. The roof finally collapsed after 3 days and 3 nights of heavy snowfall.
Assure.
To give confidence or reassurance to someone. To convince or guarantee someone that something will happen or that something is true.
Examples:
Assure safety. Assure quality. I want to assure you that you have my full support.
Imp.
A mischievous or misbehaving child, a small and mischievous demon or sprite in folklore.
Examples:
A little imp. Behave like an imp. The mischievous imp caused trouble wherever it went.
Projection.
The act of calculating or guessing, or the state of being estimated, any solid shape or object that juts out from something, an image on a screen cast from something.
Examples:
Draw a projection chart. Projection mapping. The weather forecast includes a projection of the high and low temperatures for the next week.
Possibility.
A chance that something may happen or be true.
Examples:
Possibility for growth. Possibility of a major earthquake. The possibility of getting the disease will drastically increase.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
the worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Loyal.
Giving or remaining firm and constant support to a person, institution, product, etc.
Examples:
a loyal friend. Become a loyal customer. Enemy armies are loyal to their monarch.
Rebrand.
To change the branding or image of a product, service, or organization to attract a new target market or improve recognition and profitability.
Examples:
rebrand product. Rebrand company. The clothing brand decided to rebrand its image to attract a younger audience.
Frontier.
A border that separates two countries, or the area near this line.
Examples:
frontier disputes. The Italian frontier with Switzerland. He worked at the frontier of behavioral economics.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Geopolitical.
Of or relating to political activity or relations between countries and groups of countries, as influenced by the physical features of a country or area.
Examples:
the geopolitical situations. Reduce geopolitical risk. The country holds dominant geopolitical power over its neighbors.
Shrewd.
Marked by sharp intelligence and keen awareness, having good judgment and practical know-how, characterized by a savvy or astute manner.
Examples:
shrewd negotiation tactics. Shrewd observation. The shrewd businessman always knew the right moves to make to succeed.
Silk.
A fine, strong, soft, lustrous fiber produced by silkworms in making cocoons and collected to make thread and fabric.
Examples:
Silk road. Silk fabric. She wore a silk dress to the party. Connote. To suggest or imply something in addition to its literal or primary meaning. To imply something beyond the literal or primary meaning.
Examples:
connote emotion. Connote symbolism. The word home connotes a sense of warmth and comfort.
Dominance.
The state or quality of being the most powerful or influential person or group.
Examples:
Dominance of traits. Dominance relationship. The company has maintained its dominance in the market for several years.
Mutual.
Common to or shared by two or more parties.
Examples:
Share of a mutual fund. Mutual efforts. They cooperated for their mutual benefit.
Dominant.
More important, influential, or easy to notice than anything else of the same type.
Examples:
Achieve a dominant share. Dominant force. Her company soon won a dominant market share.
Competition.
A situation in which someone is attempting to beat or outperform another.
Examples:
The first round of the competition. Interspecific competition. Global competition is rising in virtually every industry.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
Enhance value. Enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Strength.
The quality or state of being physically, or sometimes mentally, strong.
Examples:
Strength of the economy. Muscular strength. Health and strength are, above all, gold.
Coal.
A combustible black or brownish-black sedimentary rock that is found below the ground and burnt to produce heat.
Examples:
A coal-fired ship. Construction of new coal plants. We combust coal and other fossil fuels to generate electricity.
Steel.
A strong metal alloy made up of iron with typically a few tenths of a % of carbon used for making things that need a strong structure.
Examples:
Magnetic steel. Steel beam. This bridge is the third largest steel bridge in the world.
Rehabilitate.
To restore to good health or physical condition. To help someone return to a normal life, especially after a period of illness, addiction, or imprisonment.
Examples:
Rehabilitate prisoners. Rehabilitate wildlife. The organization works to rehabilitate drug addicts and help them rebuild their lives.
Eventually.
Finally, particularly after a long time or a lot of struggle, complications, and so on.
Examples:
Eventually become obsolete. Eventually succeed. The corporation eventually dominated the entire tobacco business.
Currency.
A system of money in general use in a particular country.
Examples:
Currency exchange. Digital currency. The currency used in this country is the euro.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
The span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Influence.
The ability to affect someone's or something's character, growth, or behavior, or the effect itself.
Examples:
Influence a child's future. Influence the daily life. The former emperor had a particular influence even after he abdicated.
Germ.
A very tiny living that causes the disease, a piece of something such as an organism, concept, etc., capable of growing into a new one or part of one.
Examples:
Antibiotic-resistant germ. A germ-free environment. The germ of his idea came from watching birds flying in flocks.
Euro.
The official currency of most European Union countries.
Examples:
The value of the euro. Euro crises. Some countries may leave the euro.
Periphery.
The outer edge or margin of something, especially a geographical area or a group of people.
Examples:
Around the periphery. Periphery countries. The factory was located on the city's periphery, away from residential areas.
Diminish.
To reduce or be reduced in size, extent, or importance, to make something smaller, weaker, etc.
Examples:
Diminish a reputation. Diminish swelling. As people get old, their energies may diminish.
Reliance.
The state of depending on or needing something or someone.
Examples:
Reliance on social media. Self-reliance and solidarity. He acted in reliance on her naked promises.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Mention.
To speak or write about something or someone briefly.
Examples:
Mention name. Mention in a report. I mentioned to him that I had seen his sister at the grocery store earlier that day. Corridor. A hallway or passageway, especially one connecting rooms or areas within a building or structure.
Examples:
Walk along a corridor. Air corridor. The long corridor was filled with people rushing to get to their rooms before the meeting began.
Conduit.
A channel, pipe, or tube that is used to direct the flow of fluids or other material from one place to another. Figuratively, a means of communication or channel for transmitting information, ideas, or concepts.
Examples:
Water conduit. Electrical conduit. The conduit between the two buildings carried water and electricity.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles. Supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Superpower.
A country or nation that has significant global influence or formidable military, economic, or technological strength. A supernatural ability or force capable of extraordinary feats or feats beyond normal human capabilities.
Examples:
Superpower country. Superpower leader. The ability to fly like a bird is often considered a superpower in comic books and movies.
Invade.
To enter aggressively into another's territory by military force for conquest and occupation.
Examples:
Invade other tissues. Invade his privacy. I have no intention to invade your privacy.
Tremendous.
Very great in degree or extent or amount or impact, extremely good.
Examples:
Tremendous amount. Tremendous popularity. We had a tremendous time yesterday.
Instability.
The state of being unstable or uncertain and likely to change suddenly.
Examples:
Political instability. Instability in currency markets. Lack of sleep and overwork often lead to emotional instability.
Fragile.
Delicate or easily broken or damaged.
Examples:
Politically fragile nation. Fragile ecosystem. The vase was made of fragile ceramic and easily broke when it was dropped.
Nationalist.
Relating to or supporting a political ideology that emphasizes a strong sense of national identity and devotion to one's own country.
Examples:
Nationalist sentiment. Nationalist revolt. The nationalist rally attracted thousands of supporters.
Neglect.
To not give enough care or attention to something, to leave something undone. Neglect to call. Neglect ethical issues. He neglected his health to make the project a success.
Insurgents.
An act of rebelling or rising against authority or established order, a revolt or rebellion.
Examples:
Violent insurgents. Quell insurgents. The government's decision sparked an insurgence among the citizens.
Rebel.
Someone who resists or opposes authority or control, especially by fighting against it.
Examples:
Rebel uprising. Group of rebels. The rebels fought against the government for their independence.
Garrison.
A group of soldiers stationed to defend a town or fort.
Examples:
Garrison troops. Reinforce a garrison. They formed a vast garrison to withstand an assault.
Entropy.
A scientific concept that is most commonly associated with a state of disorder, randomness, or uncertainty.
Examples:
Entropy calculation. Entropy conservation. Since the second law of thermodynamics is applicable to the universe, the entropy of the universe continues to increase.
Accelerate.
To make something faster or earlier, to cause to develop or progress more quickly.
Examples:
Accelerate a chemical reaction. Accelerate the car. The government tried to accelerate the commercialization of this development.
Suspicious.
Making you feel that someone has done something wrong, illegal, or dishonest without any evidence.
Examples:
Report suspicious activity. A person who is suspicious. We carefully examine each suspicious transaction report we receive.
Acknowledge.
To accept or admit the existence, reality, or truth of something. To accept that someone or something has a particular authority or quality. To express obligation, thanks, or gratitude for someone's help, commitment, etc.
Examples:
Acknowledge the deed. Acknowledge his help. He never acknowledged his fault.
Tribal.
Relating to a social group or tribe, especially a preliterate society.
Examples:
Tribal culture. Tribal community. The tribal leaders gathered for a summit to discuss important issues.
Division.
The act or outcome of splitting into separate parts, a critical organizational unit or sector.
Examples:
Cellular division. Division chief. Which division of the company do you work in?
Ongoing.
Continuing to exist or develop, or currently happening.
Examples:
Still ongoing. Ongoing support. The new Prime Minister has vowed to take measures against the ongoing economic crisis.
Genocide.
The intentional killing of a large group of people, especially those of a particular ethnic group or nation.
Examples:
Genocide victims. Genocide resolution. The international community condemned the genocide in the country.
Referendum.
A general vote in which all the people of a country can vote on an important political or social issue.
Examples:
Referendum on abortion. Hold a second referendum. The government had a constitutional referendum.
Arctic.
Of or relating to the region around the North Pole or the Arctic Ocean, very cold.
Examples:
Arctic ice. High Arctic. Cold temperatures and long, dark winters characterize the Arctic climate.
Seabed.
The bottom of a sea or ocean, the surface of the sea's bed, which can be rocky, sandy, muddy, or covered with coral or other organisms.
Examples:
Seabed mining. Seabed habitat. The dense coral reefs on the seabed provide a home for various marine life.
Governance.
The act or process of governing or managing a political, social, or economic entity, the systems or principles that guide such processes.
Examples:
Good governance. Corporate governance. The United Nations assists countries in building strong governance frameworks and institutions.
Sentimental.
Connected with or resulting from someone's emotions, rather than reason or realism.
Examples:
In a sentimental mood. Sentimental damage. Stop being sentimental and always speak the truth.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples:
Break discipline. Rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Constantly.
All the time.
Examples:
A constantly innovative enterprise. A constantly varying mind. The mobile application industry is constantly changing.
Morph.
To change or cause to change something or someone smoothly and gradually from one thing to another.
Examples:
Morph into a different shape. Morph into something entirely different. This company morphed into an enterprise company.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
Ecosystem.
All the plants and living creatures in an area and the way they affect each other and the environment.
Examples:
Marine ecosystem. Change the ecosystem. Human conservation efforts often fail unexpectedly because they disturb the balance of the ecosystem.
Equilibrium.
A state in which opposing forces or influences are balanced.
Examples:
Equilibrium point. Political equilibrium. The company struggled to maintain an equilibrium between its profits and social responsibilities.
Toll.
Money that you have to pay to use a particular road, bridge, etc. Verb, to ring slowly.
Examples:
A toll road. Toll a bell at his death. There is no toll car park nearby.
Inertia.
The quality or state of being inactive, sluggish, or slow to move or act.
Examples:
Inertia resistance. Newton's law of inertia. The object's inertia kept it moving in a straight line until acted upon by an outside force.